said no.
Hey.
Acknowledge me.
Welcome back to another episode of Triple Threat Sportscast. You can follow us on IG at Triple Threat Sportscast. You can follow us on YouTube at Triple Threat Sportscast. Click that notification bell so you always see when we upload.
Subscribe. Hit that red subscribe button
You can follow us on TikTok at Triple Threat Sportscast.
while it's still not banned.
You can follow me on IG at It's Your Boy Dyson.
Shamar for president.
Excellence of execution one. Acknowledge me.
Never.
Welcome back.
Yo,
Never.
Done
my
with
mic is low.
because you talk
There you
too
go.
much.
There's that sweet spot.
Hey, yo.
What?
We're back. We're gonna talk about.
We back.
Week one.
We back.
Week 1.
Shitty week one.
I don't know about y'all. It was good for me.
Yeah, your team is top of the division.
Top of the division. We still look like
It's
ass
week
on
one,
offense.
bro.
I didn't chirp. I didn't say anything.
Calm
Yeah.
down.
You were the one that said about the division. I didn't
Yeah.
say shit.
Week 1.
Just saying.
We still look like dog shit.
We do too.
Our offense is fucking
We
terrible.
shaky.
Justin Fields and George Pickens, y'all look good. But we'll get into that then.
Your O-line, but
I said Justin Fields and George Pickens. Did I not?
no.
I didn't fucking say my offensive. Yo, get into the games before I get mad.
Get mad, little guy.
Everybody calm down. Calm down, everybody.
All right, so we'll break it down right now. Let's get to it. First thing I want to do is, first game was Ravens and Chiefs. Who predicted what? We all
picked
predicted
Ravens.
Ravens, and we all were wrong.
We all were wrong. All of us.
That's fucking sad.
All of us. That game was a really good game.
It was a great game.
None of those teams really, you could tell that, okay, we're just coming out, but they still put on a good show.
You could clearly tell all week is the rust.
The rust, you can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was
First game.
First game.
The first game was great, but it was you could tell like Derrick Henry had like what?
He had
Not
nothing.
even 10 like rushes. It was something crazy light. So like I said, that's when it was all just the rust.
Do you think that this goes back to they should play like a full preseason game to kind of knock the rust off in preseason?
They
Oh,
absolutely.
I
they-
agree.
I absolutely.
Just for my team's performance,
no, no,
yes.
no, absolutely.
I feel like you come off that huge gap of not playing, right? When you do a preseason, you maybe do a drive, and then
You're out for
the
the
first game comes in.
You're not ready.
Playing the full game. It's like
and you're not ready.
you're not ready.
You're not-
I see the whole
But-
perspective why.
But
like the
I see
injuries.
why they don't because of the
Yeah.
injuries. If you get injured during preseason, you're not gonna like that.
Yeah.
No,
'Cause
but
you could miss the whole fucking season off of playing in a preseason game, which is practice at that point.
No, but you can't. You can't
Agreed.
keep these players in a bubble. And these guys coming out and playing, and these guys are not even. There was some performances that I looked at, and I was just like, you can tell guys just did not play. Their football conditioning is not in. There's crazy substitutions. You know, games took so long because teams kept subbing guys in and out. They're not football conditioned. They're not ready for week 1.
Well, yeah,
And week 1 counts.
because
Of course.
you got to look at it too, right? They haven't played almost
200 days sometimes.
how long, right?
Yeah.
Now you get thrown into a full game. I feel like the injuries are a lot higher because you're not, like you said,
You're not.
conditioned. I mean, just look at Puka Nakua. He's out for at least 4 games with a PCL sprain. Who else got hurt that is already out?
Everybody, we got Jordan Love is out. With
Jordan
his-
Love is out.
6 weeks.
6 weeks
Yep.
with his
Puka
injury.
Nakua, like I said, he's out. Christian McCaffrey, he's got an Achilles tendonitis or some shit.
He's you know
Bro,
not playing.
There's but there's
That's what I'm
this is
saying.
what I'm saying. Like I feel like you have to have a full game or two of preseason to really, like you said, knock the rust off and get
Yeah.
conditioning back because
I
you getting thrown
agree
into
to
a
the
straight
point.
regular game. You could get hurt instantly, but you can also get hurt in the preseason.
Yes.
It's like you're
Yeah, you know.
gambling.
You're gambling either way.
You don't want to lose your $40 million quarterback.
Listen, man, listen,
Just say it.
listen, man.
Off a neck injury or something. You know what I mean? That's
man.
crazy.
Listen, man.
Well, let's recap this game.
Yeah,
What do you guys think all around? Just like I said, it was a rush. Ravens could have won it if they played Derrick Henry more off the rush.
They could have played it more.
He
Isaiah
had a
cooked.
touchdown.
You know, Lamar Jackson didn't look as sharp as I would have liked for him to.
The Chiefs. All right, I don't like giving Chiefs so much credit, but the Chiefs looked great. They looked like they were back to form. They knew like what they had to do, what they needed to do. But like you said, that's championship caliber because they know what needs to be
right.
done.
They're
And they were still a little shaky because Travis Kelce didn't do anything.
right. They
You know
weren't.
what I mean?
They weren't even.
Yeah, that is true.
I looked at them and I said, even they, have some things that they got to work on too.
But they still
like you
looked
said,
good.
Same thing when you have the same playbook, same coach, same offensive thing, same defensive thing.
Yeah,
you
way
have
better
the-
receivers. And
right,
Hollywood Brown wasn't even playing.
right. Xavier
true.
Worthy went off, but we'll get into that part too. But when you
young.
when
We can
you
get into it now. We're on
we
the
can get
game.
into it. We're in the game, but when you have a championship, when you have that, yes, it's easy to go in there and know what you're doing. Now we can get into other parts like Xavier Worthy, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
One
Boy,
catching, one rushing.
one
That
catching,
was
boy,
gone.
boy.
mean,
He
he's
got
got the
behind that
speed,
defense,
bro.
and boy. This is without them having Hollywood Brown, who's going to be their number 1 receiver when he does return.
Which is
They
crazy.
still had Rashid Rice.
They still have Rasheed Rice.
Didn't
He
he,
did
do,
his
he
thing
did good
too.
too. I was
Yeah.
saying he did his thing as well.
Second year in that offense, he's going to be able to cook this shit even more.
The receiving
forgot he was a
core
rookie
did
last
good for the Chiefs, but like I said, Travis Kelce was nowhere.
And Travis Kelce was nowhere to be found. That's
And
going
that's
to
the
make
crazy thing
and
about
that's
it.
going to make it because they're going to get him involved in that offense
Eventually,
somehow. Yes.
Well, I mean, you have
Isaiah
to.
Pacheco did his thing great.
Yeah. And again,
Running his ass off, running through. Like
And
I said,
also-
they look good.
let me tell you something. And
Just
this
this
is
week.
this is what I liked about that game on Thursday because I knew it was going to be a decent weekend. You know what the difference between the Ravens and the Chiefs are? One single toe on the goal line, bro.
Nah, bro.
That's
that
the
was
that's the difference between those two teams.
that was a really nice catch, but
It was
yeah,
a really
he
nice catch, and I thought he
he was
initially
just
had the
that-
touchdown
that
too.
Close.
The problem is just the way he landed. He landed with the forward foot
Yes.
first when he should have did his back foot first, and then he
And then
would've
he could have
counted.
tried to he could have tried to slide that front
Yeah.
foot even just a smidge. But
Like,
Patrick
the way
Mahomes.
he caught it was like he was leaning and his body weight is over, so he should have just put the back leg first and try to just slide it in and fall. But I think he just wanted to gather himself and not fall face forward.
And Patrick Mahomes is a troll. Patrick Mahomes is like should have wore some white some white
Yeah.
cleats.
Who was it that had that catch? Was that?
It does Isaiah Likely.
He cooked.
He cooked in that game,
He did go off.
and that was a great catch. And I initially thought, "Oh, touchdown! Oh!" And then they said, nah, but they review all scoring plays.
How
and
long has he been in the year for?
This is his
third?
third year.
See,
This is his
The
third year.
crazy thing about Isaiah Likely cooking is that he's not their number one.
He's
tight
not
end.
their primary target.
That's the crazy thing about it.
And they just now you got another weapon out there with Zay Flowers and Mark. You got another weapon with that. That Ravens team is going to be good. They're going to be good, but like I said,
It was a
sleeper-
loss, but it wasn't a bad loss.
Yeah.
No.
And then a sleeper wide receiver on that team is Bateman.
Bateman, yeah,
Rashard
Rashard
That boy-
Bateman.
That boy can.
He was a
can do
first
some
round.
nice
He was
go
a
routes.
he was a first round pick. That his time he has to now show out.
Yeah, because it's a contract coming up.
His contract's coming, but if he can get over the injury thing, they have another deep weapon. They have another weapon who can They have a deep weapon. They got a guy who can stretch the field. It's the truth. But that was a good game to start
was a
the
good game.
season. To start the season off.
All right, I'm done giving Chiefs credit.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn
always-
to give your team give a team credit. Next game, Packers versus Eagles.
I ain't giving them no credit.
You better
No credit.
Acknowledge what
No
what was
credit.
said.
No
What was said.
credit.
First
No
off,
credit.
Let me touch up on this real quick because the Eagles won 34-29. All
Yes.
right? Let's say that. You know how much shit I got for picking up Saquon Barkley number 1 in fantasy?
Yeah, you did get a lot of shit.
A lot of shit. In
Everybody said that
person,
you were
everybody in
drunk
the
as hell.
chat, they was like, Reels don't know what he's doing. My man had a hat trick. Over 100 yards.
He had
We
a hat.
knew it was gonna happen.
No,
I'm
he
sorry.
had
I
a
didn't
he had
know
a.
it was
I
Listen,
stated this from the beginning. Saquon, without a good O-line, does his thing. With a good O-line, and their O-line is not even like back the way it used to be,
no.
Because you're under a whole different
Yep.
center, which runs that whole.
which
whole
messed that up, and then messed up the touch push twice, whatever. Either way, Saquon is still an elite running back, and it showed.
I agree.
100 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, and 1 catching, and then 23 yards catching or something crazy. He had like 132 yards.
He had a
gonna acknowledge him?
he had a decent game. He had a good game. Bravo. He had a good game.
how's that
Bravo.
decent?
He had a good game.
had a hat
Bravo.
trick.
He had a good game. Bravo. They took advantage of the weapons. Bravo.
You
The
better give-
Packers,
give
the Packers have been last in run defense for the last 2 years. Bravo. He took advantage.
I mean, AJ Brown went off then too.
Yeah, he had a
AJ
touchdown too, and Jair Alexander had a pick.
Listen,
So it
listen,
was a good
everybody-
overall game.
It
You
was a
can't
good
discredit
overall
it.
game. I'm not discrediting the game.
If it
And I'm
wasn't
not
for
discre-
Saquon, Eagles would have lost that game.
If it wasn't for Saquon, congratulations. One game. I'm not
dude
gonna
is
sit out
such a
here.
hater.
I'm not gonna be a hater.
Bro, I just
are
gave Chiefs
hated.
for credit for
and I
one
gave
game.
and I said Saquon, congratulations. He had a good game. I'm giving him his
Man,
props
this
for having a
guy's
good
a hater.
game. I give him his props for having a good game. I'm not looking at it as this, whatever.
I think you played amazing, Saquon.
Hey, respectfully to your opinion. Respect to your opinion. Saquon, you had a good game. 3 touchdowns. You can't deny 3 touchdowns is 3 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny 3 touchdowns is 3 touchdowns. That game is a lot. Obviously, it was a good game as well. I got nothing but animosity for the Eagles, so I can't even give them credit when I'm supposed to.
That's what I feel.
I can't even give them credit when I'm supposed to.
I mean, I don't like the Ravens because they're in my division, but I have to give credit when credit's due.
I don't give credit to where credit. I don't give credit where credit is due. Not
know.
when
I
it,
can
not,
tell.
not, not when it comes to that team. Absolutely
I can
not.
tell.
Absolutely not.
All right, so let me touch up on this one thing. I had a good parlay, right? And then Jalen Hurts at the 1 yard line fumbles the snap.
Jalen Hurts is overrated.
I said, bro, what the fuck? At the 1 yard line.
Jalen Hurts is overrated.
Fucked up my parlay. Yeah, and then Saquon picked up the fumble return, and then they did a field goal.
Listen, Jalen Hurts is overrated. I said it.
I don't know my thoughts on him. I feel like he's inconsistent.
Jalen Hurts
He
is
is inconsistent.
Jalen
but
Hurts
he's
is
not,
overrated.
He's not a bad quarterback.
Jalen Hurts
we
is
could get
overrated.
into bad
He's not a bad-
quarterbacks.
We're gonna get into bad quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts is overrated.
But he's not a bad quarterback.
He's a good quarterback. He's just inconsistent.
He is inconsistent.
This goes back to how when we were talking about earlier about Kyler Murray. He's a good quarterback. He's just inconsistent. And I feel like Dak's the same way. Dak in the preseason looks like one of the best quarterbacks when he's in the or not preseason, the regular season. But then you go to the playoffs and he looks like the worst fucking quarterback ever.
You can say the same thing about Lamar because his playoff
That's
record
facts
is
because
fucking
he's
awful.
terrible in the playoffs, but he's an amazing quarterback. He's inconsistent too when you look at that. There's so many quarterbacks that are good. They're just inconsistent.
But looking at that game too, I want to touch on the Packers look good. Even though they lost, they still look good. But this loss is gonna hurt them because Jordan Love is out 6 to 8 weeks now.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think they should have. I don't know. I feel like they shouldn't have played him at that last play there.
They
trying to
seconds
come
left in the-
back.
you still got a chance.
29-34.
Yeah, you got a chance.
Yeah, but
you scored a touchdown. You win
Look
that
at what it
game.
costed you. You lost the game and you lost your quarterback for 6 weeks.
Hey,
Now where's that going to place you? Who's your
But
backup?
look good.
listen, you
I
got
don't know
to
their backup. I don't know what.
5 points. That's still if you get a touchdown and you have he still has to be in that
Josh
game.
Jacobson looked great too.
Unfortunately, they didn't utilize Josh Jacobs enough.
They did.
And not as much as they should have.
They had 162 yards of rushing, and the Eagles had 144. And Saquon had over 100.
Wait,
Say-
Packers got Malik Willis?
Yeah, they traded
shit.
for him before the season started. Yeah.
It's his time to shine. I'm kind of excited. I've
Yeah,
always wanted
I
to see
think
him play.
he's
Yes.
next now.
I've
Yes.
always wanted to see him
Yes,
actually play.
he's next
never
now.
had
yeah.
a shot.
So he'll get his shot.
Because
And
where he was, did he get drafted by Tennessee?
he got drafted by Tennessee in the first round,
Never
and
really
never
had a shot.
and then
He
never
just
shined.
had
I don't
like
know what
couple
happened.
games, a couple plays here and there.
Behind Ryan Tannehill, and they got rid of Ryan Tannehill. They drafted Will Evans, and I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Last year they still played off of
Mail boy.
They still played off of Derrick Henry, you're right? So I don't know what the thing with Malik Willis was in Tennessee. So,
I'm excited to
He's
see
got an
him.
arm on him.
but he's got an arm on him.
And
He's
he
got
got feet.
mobility. He can do things. So let's see.
If he's in for 6 games, that can turn the whole dynamic. Imagine
Right.
if they win. Let's just say for some
He-
reason,
so
let's
let-
say they win all 6 games in a row.
Jordan Love.
What are you
Jordan Love will be the starter when he
He's
comes
gonna
So they
back.
starter?
paid him.
They paid him.
Okay.
He will be the starter when he
So
comes back.
they're gonna pull.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what that can do is, if they need to trade Malik Willis because he needs to go somewhere, they now can get some
value
real
is high
value
for him.
as high for
Yeah,
him.
no,
So
yeah, I got that.
it can work. It can work out for both parties in this
Yeah, they
situation.
paid the crap out of Jordan Love.
They gave Jordan Love $57 million. They gave him $220 million. When he comes back, he's starting.
Yeah.
You think he's worth that money based off of how he played last year?
He got him to the playoffs.
He
They
got
gotta
him to the
win.
playoffs, and he got him a playoff win on the road.
So
and,
did
and they
Daniel
smoked
Jones.
him.
So Daniel Jones.
And he got money. And he got
And
money.
he got money too.
Damn,
all.
so that's the way to do
Yeah.
it.
That's the way you
Take
got to
it to
do
the
it.
playoffs, win
Whatever,
one playoff
get-
game on the
get-
road, and
then
then
you
you can
roll
shit the
over.
bed.
and you get money, yeah.
Roll over and just die at that point.
and get money, yeah.
All right,
Damn,
let's
he
move
learned
next
from Daniel
game.
Jones.
Let's
Yeah,
What's the next
Daniel
game?
Jones is setting the trend, bro.
All right, next game on my list is Panthers versus Saints.
The greatest game of the weekend.
That?
No, I'm being sarcastic.
They got gaped.
They got
10
great.
47 Saints.
Let me tell you something. The Saints will have a much more. We're gonna get more of a.
Tougher schedule.
We're gonna get more of an idea of what the Saints is this week coming up.
I can't give my opinion because of who they went against. I'm sorry, but the
It-
Panthers are probably the worst team in the whole
They
league.
are.
They are.
I think they're last.
They are
They are.
selling season
They're selling
tickets
yeah.
for $115.
They are the worst
they're
team
bad.
in the league.
They're
so
bad.
I can't even give
They're
them
bad.
my opinion.
And
the Saints play well. I'm not.
The
I'm not
Saints played
discrediting
well,
them.
and
I'm
they-
saying.
We faced the Panthers. I might take a drive to buy a ticket for $20.
Yeah.
At this point,
Yeah.
I would go too as a Steelers fan just to
That's
watch
what I'm
it.
saying.
Like,
So at the end of the day, that the Saints did exactly what they were supposed to do with the talent that they have. That's not a garbage team down there in New Orleans either.
It's not, but the
No.
thing is, with that game, and they elevated so high, 10-47, you can't even see what the Saints could really do because that's how
Right.
bad the Panthers are.
Right. So,
So that was a hard game to determine where they're going to be.
You know,
at.
so-
as a Saints fan, if you are a Saints fan, you can't be like, oh man, this
We're
is
the
going to be our
greatest.
year. Bro,
No.
it was the Panthers.
It was the Panthers,
You know
right?
what I mean?
You know, you're gonna get
sorry,
more of a test next week.
Yeah,
but
so- You
Bryce
gotta
Young
look
sucks.
next year.
Bryce Young sucks. Deontay Johnson, you're dog shit.
They didn't even use Adam Thielen. I'm about to bench Adam Thielen the way that the Panthers are playing
And then
is
who
ridiculous.
got Miles Sanders? He doesn't even. He's not a starter anymore.
He's not a starter
behind,
anymore. He's behind. Yeah, I know who he's. I can't get his name, but he
but
lost.
let's
He
go
lost on the
back.
depth chart.
Let's go back to another quarterback that's inconsistent. Derek Carr, I'm sorry, is inconsistent.
Yeah.
He had an amazing game. Obviously, it was against the Panthers, but he last year he would throw for 500 yards a game, and then he'd throw for 100. Then he'd throw for like 400. Then he'd throw for like 30. So like,
You know, the only thing.
What the fuck?
The only thing. I'm not even gonna bash the Saints. What I
I'm not
will.
bashing
No,
them.
I'm not bashing
I'm
them.
not
I
gonna
just
bash them.
don't see where they're going because of the competition they face.
As far as
So like right now, I don't know how the Saints. I hope they do great compared to anybody else on the AFC South. Maybe I want Atlanta, but the AFC South, I don't want Baker because
in comparison to what just talking about week 1, the Saints did absolutely what they needed to do.
of course.
They did absolutely what they needed to do. And you know what?
I feel like you had to.
Wins and losses is all that matters, and this is going to be a win under their belt. So
If they would have lost to that fucking team, that would have been
and not even
the whole
lose.
mentality.
Like even if the Panthers would have been allowed to be competitive in that game, there would have been questions. The Saints
You
went in
can't
there
give the Panthers a shot.
and did exactly what they had to do. Go get in there, play your starters, dominate 3 quarters, 3.5 quarters, rest your starters in the 4th. It's that simple. You know what I mean? And they did what they had to do. Good job on them. We'll see.
All right, so let's quiet down and let Shamar take the next game. Vikings versus Giants.
I can
28-6.
We could do that last. Or
No, we're going in order.
We're going
into
in
it.
order.
Get
All
into
right,
it.
we'll go into it.
Get inside of it.
28-6. For the most part, what I got out of that game.
All of them's in order too. Like,
Let me tell you something.
oh my.
Yeah, what I got in order, what I got out of that game is, while I'm supportive of my team, I love my team. I'm going to continue to support. I'm saying this on camera. I am no longer defending Daniel Jones. I am no longer defending Daniel Jones. I am no longer defending
I
Daniel
thought you
Jones.
was buying his jersey.
Listen,
the October 13th game.
Well, I'll buy. Like I said, I will support Daniel Jones as long as he's the quarterback of the New York Football Giants because that is my team and I'm supporting my team. I don't have no other choice. I gotta
So
support
you're
because
supportive but not defending.
I'm supportive, but I'm not defending. So I want him to do well. Obviously, if he does well, the team does well, but I'm not defending it anymore.
So no more Messiah.
I can't.
So he's not the Messiah?
I'm taking the title back right now. I can't. I can't do this no more. I can't do this no more. And the thing is, this game is not so much about Daniel Jones.
This is gonna be the snippet.
Yo, listen, seriously, man. You can make all the snippets you
All you're gonna
want.
see is I cannot defend Daniel.
I cannot defend Daniel Jones no more. And this problem that with this team is beyond Daniel Jones, by the way. This has been.
He looked decent in the beginning.
No, he didn't.
But
Didn't he
No,
throw
he
a pick
didn't.
six
in
No, he
the
didn't.
first
No, he
fucking play?
didn't.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
He did a pick six
No,
in
he
the third
didn't.
quarter.
No, he didn't. Daniel Jones did not look good any part of. Daniel Jones threw the ball 42 times for 186 yards. He didn't look good at all.
He looked
He
better
threw it
than another
42
quarterback,
times?
I'll tell you that.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something.
He
Let
looked
me-
better than a couple of other
No,
quarterbacks.
he probably and that's sad. And that's sad. Let me tell you something. We sat here all last season, every Giant fan, everybody, all of us who ever defended Daniel Jones, we blamed everything, the offensive line, the offensive.
I think you're the only one.
I'm not the only one. There's other Giant fans who defended him. That offensive line actually played good on Sunday. They
He got
did.
sacked twice, I think.
Daniel Jones got
Compared
sacked.
to getting 8. In a
Compared
game or
to
whatever.
11, and let me explain those sacks to you.
Seattle.
He got sacked 5 times. Daniel Jones ran into about 4 of those sacks. Ran into those sacks.
That's Vanilla Vic.
Your man played like French vanilla doodoo.
First of all, that's your man's.
My man's played like French vanilla doodoo. First off, the offensive line was top 5 in pass blocking this week. Daniel Jones had time out there. Daniel Jones had 3 seconds in the pocket to read. Daniel Jones had time out there this week. The Giants' offensive line wasn't the reason they lost that game.
No.
He threw the ball 42 times for 186 yards.
42 times is crazy.
Missing receivers. You can't even complete a 7-yard route. throwing it at the feet of the receiver, a 4-yard swing pass with the grass in front of the receiver, and you overthrow him or you throw behind him. Andrew Van Ginkel read that goddamn screen pass, jumped the lane, and you couldn't see that Van Ginkel was jumping the lane.
He is petrified of Van Ginkel.
He's the dude. He's the dude with the blonde hair hanging outside of the helmet. It's not hard. You know, and our uniforms we wore were so ugly, it was not hard to miss the Vikings team. It was not hard to miss the uniforms.
You said you liked them.
And I like, no, I'm mad. I'm mad right
petty.
now.
What's
I'm
ugly
petty.
is those fucking pants. Those pants were horrible.
The cream pants is
Listen,
ugly.
I'm not
Nasty.
here to, the uniforms is the least of the problem. We got an issue here, and this is the same issue that's been going on for years with this team. It's always something different every year with the same damn result. And you say the same damn company line all the time. Well, he played better than we thought. We have to look at the film. We'll make the adjustments. That's been the goddamn line forever. For fucking ever with this team. Excuse my language. You know, and you get sick and tired of it. You just do. As a fan, you get sick and tired of it. We're better than this, and we're better. We're not, obviously. We've been through like a bunch of head coaches, a bunch of GMs, a bunch of coordinators, and we still the same fucking thing. I'm done.
So
Go
what do you
ahead.
think?
What do I think?
You need a new quarterback?
What I think is
Next year, Shador?
whatever the situation is,
Next year, Shador?
the Giants Dable and them have to play chess now. Because at this point,
You think you should just roll over the season now against Shador?
you can't roll over the season. What I think they should do is
Game one.
It's
Jesus.
game, and that's what I'm saying. It's just game one. I think Daniel Jones' leash should be the end of the month. You give him 4 games. We can't continue to have this type of play for
Is
4
Drew Lock
streams.
even ready? I know DeVito
It
is.
doesn't even matter if Drew Lock is ready because we still got DeVito. It doesn't matter. I'll take Dyson playing quarterback right now over the garbage I saw on Sunday. That was garbage. It was garbage. Receivers open all over the place. Pockets created for you to step up into. Running lanes created for you, and you're running into sacks. This is Graham Gano. I'm happy to see that you're back. You're the best part of our offense. All right.
That's your kicker.
You're the best part of our offense. You're our secret weapon, and we won't tell nobody. The defense was sucked, but they got it together in the second half.
Dexter Lawrence had a sack.
They got it together in the second half. You know, we're down 22 points with 10 minutes in the fourth quarter, and we're still throwing 5-yard routes. Please, somebody help me understand what the hell was going on there. You know, we didn't attempt to get the ball down the field. We weren't ready. The Vikings were more prepared to play football than we were on Sunday. That's the bottom line, and that sucked. That sucked more than anything.
You got anything else on that?
That's it.
You?
Nah, because I've never liked Daniel Jones, so I ain't got much to say. I always thought he was a shit quarterback.
No more Messiah.
I'm taking it away. I'm not defending Daniel Jones no more. I will support him as long as he's the starting quarterback of this team because if he plays well, the team plays well, and we got a chance to win. But I'm not defending that garbage that I saw. And the only other thing I'll give Daniel Jones at this point, the only last thing, and the last official gift from me, those people outside of Giant Stadium, get a life. Get a life. You guys sat there and waited a whole 2 hours for him to be finished with his post-game stuff to stand out there and boo him for 5 seconds as he walked to his car. Get a life. Like, get a life.
What kind of car is he driving?
It doesn't even matter.
Probably a Lamborghini or
He's
something.
with
He's
$40
rolling
million,
in that
he's probably got a chauffeur with a Bentley, bro.
I don't think that affected him.
I don't think that affected him. It won't affect him, you know.
It wouldn't affect me.
But it's
If I was
anyway.
that motherfucker, would have unlocked it and revved it.
Yeah, that's all I say. That's the last
said, "Get a
defense of
life."
Daniel Jones they'll get from me is get a life, Giant fans. Do something with your life. Stop waiting outside 2 hours after the game, after you already booed him for 3 hours. Let it go, bro. We got a game next week, and traffic is crazy at that time of the hour to get home. Yo, go do something with your lives, bro. Outside of that, I was embarrassed not only by the play on the field, but by the fans. The whole Giants organization this past weekend was a damn embarrassment. That's all I got to say. Let's move on.
Are you buying a jersey?
I'm still buying a jersey. Let's move on.
All right. I don't want to move on because the next game is mine. We lost to the fucking Patriots, 16-10. I said it last week. There was no way we were gonna lose the Patriots unless it was the run. And what's his name?
Ramondre Stevenson.
Fucking killed them.
You did say
Killed
you
them.
have to stop the run before the game
Killed
started.
them. And the thing is, we were great last year in run stop defense. We stopped Derrick Henry multiple times. We stopped a whole bunch of people. We couldn't fucking tackle a fucking child if he was on the field. This is crazy.
A lot of missed tackles.
A lot of missed tackles and yak yards after catches. They're just going crazy. No name receivers are fucking catching 20-yard bombs from fucking Jacoby Brissett, he's running on us and shit. I'm like, what's happening here? It was just pitiful. The rust was ridiculous in Cincinnati. The defense was terrible. The offense was so slow that we had 4 3-and-outs. Right? We didn't have a decent pass until the third quarter. But all in all, I'm gonna say you better pay Jamar. Joe Burrow threw him 6 passes, and he caught 6 passes. He can stop bullshit and pay this man. He was the only reason why we fucking even survived a little. 10-16, and then we fucking fumbled twice.
Yeah.
Fumble at the goal line because Tanner Hudson thinks it's a smart idea to run through and just hold the ball at the end like we're going to get there. Then they get punched out at the 1.
Yeah, that's...
And then they fucking pick it up and run it down 30 yards.
Yeah. Well, where was... Yeah. You know what?
Mike Gesicki, that was a good catch, but fucking reel it in. And then we didn't get that touchdown. We didn't get beat. We got beat by the running game and the lack of tackles, but we lost to ourselves. We couldn't complete a tackle. We couldn't complete an offensive great play. We couldn't do anything crazy. That shit was just brutal to watch. And hopefully this puts a fire under their ass, because next week is just a tougher game, way tougher than fucking New England Patriots. And Ramondre Stevenson is great, but he's no Isaiah Pacheco. Isaiah Pacheco is going to run through them if they keep doing this dumb shit.
I mean, and the Chiefs have way more weapons than the Patriots only had.
They only have Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah.
You got Kelsey.
But Jacoby Brissett, he had probably like 40 yards rushing.
And now y'all got
Hollywood Brown's going to be back.
Hollywood Brown might be back.
And then
and then you now have Xavier Worthy on tape, and you got to respect that speed.
And you got Rice.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's the thing with the Bengals, and this is why me just looking from the outside in, I'm not worried.
I'm not worried either. It would just look like shit. Like,
It's gonna look like shit.
This is not the football we play. We don't miss these tackles. We don't let the run defense go crazy on us. We don't let a rushing quarterback run his ass off all day.
Yeah.
I think Lamar Jackson never fucking ran that much on us, and Jacoby Brissett did.
Here's the thing, and this gets back to what we opened up this episode with. Is playing in the preseason important? Yes. A lot of those stuff, a lot of the things that they lost should have been picked up and cleared up at that point.
There was 2 highlights I liked about the game, and it was Zach Moss. He's a good fill-in for Mixon, but he's not Mixon, but he wasn't a bad pickup.
No.
And he had a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, which he's gonna get a bunch.
And like
of
I said, fucking pay Jamar.
Pay.
He didn't drop one pass. Every pass went to him. He caught it. He had 6 passes for like 70 yards or 80 yards or something crazy. And then Joe Burrow had like 142 yards passing.
Like Zach Moss is gonna be good for y'all, especially down at the goal line. That's why I picked him up in fantasy. I think he's gonna get a lot of touchdowns this year. I think he's gonna rush for a lot of touchdowns if he stays healthy. Jamar Chase is the Bengals again. Management is just, I don't know what they're thinking.
Andre Yoshiras played like shit, he looked like he was supposed to be elite. He was going to be great. That's not his norm, because I like Yoshivas, but he dropped passes. He would fucking not even complete the things, not even the routes. He played like garbage that week.
This is why the preseason is so important.
They should have played him.
Because
he didn't play that much in the preseason.
The things that killed them, like the missed tackles, that stuff needs to be cleaned up in preseason.
Yeah.
There's no reason that they should have came out like that. Only thing they're letting Jamar do is bring up his value.
Yep.
And at some point,
Jamar didn't even play in the preseason. He didn't go to practices. He didn't do anything. He didn't drop anything.
They could have had Jamar for $35 million a year. They're gonna have to end up probably paying him close to $40 now. Yeah. After this season, the Bengals did that to themselves, but they do need to pay him.
Yeah.
This is normal also of the Bengals as well. The Bengals every year, ever since Joe Burrow has been there, the first game or 2 or 3, they're never sharp.
We're like 1-18.
They're never sharp. So their September record has to be one of the worst in the NFL. Since Joe Burrow has got there, you guys.
Our October-November record is elite.
This is where, but that's where you guys pick
that's
up.
The problem,
right? Yeah, it's like
I think we won like 10 games straight one year, but lost the first 4. I'm like,
right.
What the hell's happening?
and this is you guys treat September as if it's your preseason, and you guys knock off the rust.
I just hope that we just see this as the biggest eye opener, and we
get it together.
Shut the noise off and just beat Kansas City next week, because I'm always gonna root for my team regardless, and we always have a winner against Kansas City, but. It's going to be tougher. It's not going to be an easy game.
No, yeah.
It's not going to be like, hey.
Chiefs just got harder.
Yeah, it's not.
You're stepping up a level in competition.
And it's not going to be like, hey, we always beat the Chiefs and everything. Bro, not with the performance last week. You're not gonna never be close if you're gonna keep
If you
playing
can't
like
beat
that.
the Patriots with
If
that,
you can't with Brissett, imagine what's gonna happen when y'all get Mahomes in there. It's
But like I said, that's never our defense. That's never what they did.
no, that was not. I was surprised. That's what I was surprised. That's what I was
I
surprised
said
by.
to Shamar at work, I was like, bro, this defense made the Patriots look like playoff
pretend
contenders.
that
Like,
the
that's
world
fucking
beaters,
insane.
yeah.
And it's never like that. Like I said, we were top 10 shutting out run defense. We were sacking quarter. Trey Henderson didn't get a sack, and I was begging, like, hit him once, and Jacoby Brissett's not gonna run anymore.
And-
He couldn't get through. Like
and,
Sam Hubbard didn't get through. Like I was like, what's happening here?
and
Yeah, no, your
you know,
defense looks so bad.
but at a certain point, y'all can't get up there and start rushing that quarterback if you got to worry about either him running, Jacoby Brissett running, or Ramondre Stevenson running. Y'all got to stay back and be ready to play run lanes. And
But that's why you have Logan Wilson,
and
Jermaine Pratt, and they weren't doing anything.
There was your defense. Let's just say this wasn't a. This is not definitely not your
and
best showing.
Yeah, and it was like dumb shit. Like it's clearly Russ. You have Mike Hilton fucking blitzing, and they didn't even say hike or anything. The ball wasn't even lift off. Like dumb shit.
Better play.
And we only lost by 6 points. That's the crazy thing about it.
Yeah, and
So
that's
like,
the thing.
I know like this isn't the we always a slow start, but like, bro, clean this shit up.
No, but and
Clean it up.
And
Like
good-
this is not you.
when I look at it and I just compare teams, you guys going to clean that up. My team, I think that's going to be our season, bro. I think that's going to be our season. Do you understand? I don't have nothing to look forward to. Yeah. You guys are going to be able to clean that up, but the competition steps up next week, though, too.
Yeah.
You say that you don't know if they can clean it up, but look at it like this, right? The biggest thing that you guys had last year, besides your quarterback, was your offensive line.
Which
your
got
offensive
fixed.
line played fucking amazing compared to what it did, right?
Yeah, of course.
What was the thing that lacked?
Quarterback.
If you can just figure that out to the best of your ability, I'm sorry, but I think if you take out Daniel Jones, I feel like fucking Italian boy
DeVito or Drew Lock.
Drew Lock can play a lot better than.
But
what
here's
he's
the
been
thing.
playing.
But here's the thing, though.
Under that offensive line,
I just don't think Daniel Jones looks at what he needs to utilize in order to trick the defense. Because all he needs to do is pitch that back to Singletary. Something. Not try to keep running every fucking play.
No, but here's the thing, though. They also took that away from him, too. The coaching staff also took that away. But even getting off of that, to get back to your point real quick, DeVito won us 3 games last year with the trash offensive line that we had last year.
I know. And
I know he can do a lot better with the improved offensive line that we do have. Even the line playing okay is a million times better than what the hell we had out there. You know, so for people like, oh, the Giants' offensive line played bad. No, they didn't. I seen a lot of times
my
in that
offensive line played bad. Crazy.
I seen a lot of times in that game,
Smith's
in that
out.
Giants game, where Daniel Jones had time to throw the football and scan the field. That line didn't play bad, but like I said, we're at 33. But yeah, let's keep it moving.
All right, next game, Steelers and Falcons. It's
Oh,
all
this is
dice.
all 3 in a row. Go ahead. Dice.
Yep.
defense played amazing per usual. 2 interceptions, fumble recovery, 2 sacks. Would have had technically 3 fumble recoveries, but penalties hurt us. Our offense, Justin Fields, he was rough in the beginning. I think he was just, nervous because he hasn't really been, whole new team. And he wasn't really even supposed to be the starter. It was supposed to be Russell Wilson, but last minute, he had fucking calf injury or some shit, whatever the fuck it was. Justin Fields, he was rough in the beginning, but he cleaned it up. He started throwing some absolute dimes to George Pickens. That boy looked incredible. Our run game wasn't too bad. Najee Harris did, I guess, what he could do. They didn't really use Jalen Warren that much, which is weird to me. But I think our offensive play and our offensive play calling is the same as it was last year. It's fucking trash.
The problem,
it's so bad.
I watched the highlights and everything. Justin Fields looked good. Everything was looking good. You just can't climb over the hump and score.
And I just feel like
Boswell's
fucking. He was
better than fucking what's your kicker's name?
Graham Gano. And Graham Gano didn't even have that much opportunities.
Boswell put up, I think, 6 field goals.
Yeah.
26
field
fantasy
goals,
points.
3 50-yard field goals. Boswell saved your team, and y'all won.
If it wasn't for him, we would have lost. He literally gave us all of our fucking points.
But
besides
like I said,
him and our defense.
In Justin Fields' defense, like I said, he wasn't even supposed to start.
He wasn't.
And I don't know what Russ is doing.
Something with his fucking calf.
His calf.
No. He knew he wasn't playing. He wasn't active. He's full pads on the
why
side.
is he full padded?
Is he playing games?
Maybe because if they needed a quarterback. I don't think they wanted him to start and play. They gave it to Justin
They
Fields.
put him
He's
inactive.
inactive.
He couldn't even
inactive.
play if he
But he's looking
well,
like a dumbass wearing his fucking uniform.
Listen, maybe he wanted to be part of the whole team camaraderie.
Doesn't
He didn't want to
isn't
be the
that
guy
a-
on
that's
the
like
I
a
feel like
Russell
he's
thing.
playing mind games of
Yeah,
like,
like-
Field, you're in, but you know this is me.
Yes,
Like
like
stupid shit.
Maybe he wanted to be part of the team concept. I mean, listen, Justin Fields. You know what? And here's the thing with Justin Fields. Justin Fields did not. Did Justin Fields go out there? Justin Fields gave you guys an opportunity to go out there and score some points, right? Even
if we would have had the proper play calling, bro,
even with the play calling not being proper, did Justin Fields go out there and make any mistakes that killed you guys' offensive drives?
he had no
mistakes, right?
interceptions, no
He
fumbles.
got sacked like 3 times. I think.
Right.
He did get
But
sacked.
nothing
Our
crazy.
offensive line did look bad.
Your
Yeah,
offensive
it looked
line.
terrible.
And here's the thing with you guys. You guys have an amazing defense. My thing is, even with Najee Harris and Jalen Warren, why are they not the Steelers not putting more focus and emphasis on running the football to at least to cover up for some?
I don't even have an answer for that.
I'm like, you guys are not. They're not. You guys weren't playing from behind. You guys weren't in no position where you guys cannot play the run. You got a good 1-2 punch in Warren and Najee Harris, which y'all can play off of and then let that set up because you guys don't. Justin Fields had to run for his life quite a few times
our offense looked terrible.
in that game, and
Our
I'm like,
offense looked terrible.
they have two pretty.
Our offensive
They
line
have two
looked really
pretty.
bad.
They have two pretty good running backs. You know how they can keep that from offensive line from being exposed like
Yeah.
that? Running the football.
Yeah.
Their defense is playing.
Najee was looking good too.
Right.
Najee didn't do bad. I think he did like 70-some yards,
He
but
fucking trucked like 3 guys.
Guys,
bro, yeah, like
you get 75.
he's a beast.
You get 75 from Najee. You get 65, 70 from Jalen Warren. That's almost 150 yards rushing. That's going to control the game.
And that's what we started to do towards the end of last year.
Yeah.
We had almost like 200 rushing yards every fucking game, and we started winning
Winning
games
football games, right? Because
Problem with it is
that
that
dual threat was crazy.
it was
last year.
crazy. And you know what that also does? It didn't expose Mason Rudolph to having to throw in the ball 30, 40 times a
yeah.
game. It doesn't expose any of that because right now the only weapon you guys do have is George Pickens and Fryermuth when, you know what I'm
And
saying?
Fryermuth, I mean, every time I got the ball, he had good plays.
Yep.
You understand? So
All I'm saying is, when it comes to George Pickens, bro, feed him the fucking ball. You give him a go route, man to man, he's catching it
man to
every
man,
fucking
yeah.
time,
It's-
bro.
But like with that
Catches it
being
every
said,
time.
this puts a big target,
Target
on
on
George
Pickens.
They saw
No,
what he could do.
I know.
what he can do, which is why running the football for you guys
Yeah.
on offense is almost imperative.
And you
If
guys got the quarterback option.
Actually, with Justin
Yeah.
Fields in there.
No, I know.
If you guys do not run that football, your offense is going to look like that all season.
No, yeah, I agree.
You know, and you guys have an opportunity with that defense that you have to actually do some
Who you guys play
stuff.
next week?
And that defense looked great. TJ Watt is the best defensive player in the NFL. I've said it the last 2 years running.
If it
You
wasn't
know?
if it wasn't for all those penalties,
Tampa
he
Bay.
would have had 2 fucking forced fumbles. I think he would have had almost like 3 sacks that game if it wasn't for the
I
stupid
know.
ass penalties.
I got Pittsburgh
you guys,
defense in my fantasy.
you guys
12
have an
points.
elite player on every level
I
of
know.
that defense. That defense looked
Denver.
exactly the way it's supposed to.
Denver.
You know, so
Oh, that shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I don't know. We gotta. I think the play calling is still dog shit. The offensive line looked really bad. We need to start forcing the run game more.
I think
Yeah.
if you guys just finished everything you guys did, you guys would have blew them out.
Yeah.
easily.
Blew them out.
Easily,
the
because
defense held up and everything. You
The
just didn't
Falcons,
finish it.
the Falcons was not. They were not impressive.
So yeah, you think
They played
look,
bad.
6
They were
field
not
goals,
impressive.
right? 6 field goals.
That's
if you guys
18
finished it the 6 times,
I know.
that was at 36 extra points.
even if you,
know what I
finished,
mean?
even if you finished
Half
four,
of
if you finished half,
Yeah.
if you finished
You
half
guys
of it,
would've
you would have had
demolished
30
them.
points,
You know what I
and
mean?
the score would have been like, oh, we played really well.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So you guys played really well, like
Yeah,
he
overall,
said.
yeah.
like he said, you guys, especially on offense, you just didn't finish.
Yeah. No.
You
No, I know.
you let Atlanta stay in that game by not converting touchdowns. You just kicked field
Yeah.
goals. But by the way, your defense played
And you got the
damn
win. So there's
And you got
nothing
the
I can
win.
say. So you guys look promising. You just need to climb over the hump.
and finish.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
All right, moving forward. Texas versus Colts. This was a tough game because it was a division game. So, like you said, I think that Anthony Richardson stepped up.
Anthony
Colts-
Richardson
I think
is
the Colts
going
look
to be
promising for the
a
most part.
problem.
Bro, I think
He's
he's
going to
I
be-
have him on fantasy. He put up like 30 points.
He's going to be a problem.
I thought Texas was gonna smoke 'em.
I thought so too.
We see. I wanted the Colts to win at first, but then we started talking about
Yeah,
the
offensive weapons.
Right.
exactly the weapons on the Texans. I was like, oh damn, yeah, Texans, bro, the Colts.
But you could.
Almost
It was a
fucking
high
won.
scoring game.
It was like-
29-27.
But you can't really sit here and really, when you look at it, you can sit here and say, yo, that Texas defense was not ready for Anthony Richardson. They were not ready.
31
because
points,
he
Anthony
was
Richardson
able to do whatever he wanted to on that football field to that
Put up 31
defense.
points.
You know what I mean? Running the football, throwing 70-yard dimes
off the back
foot. Like, they weren't ready for Anthony Richardson. They didn't get that Colt team with Anthony Richardson at quarterback last season, so they weren't prepared for him.
But all in all, they still got the win. I think Texas would did better if they utilized Tank Dell more, but they didn't.
The thing is, they don't have to.
I know,
because that
but that's the
offense
thing.
still looked really good out there.
It was the defense that got beat
You know what
up.
I'm saying? That offense, Stephon Diggs out there doing what he does. Nico Collins, Joe Mixon.
Mixon had over 100 yards.
Nah, that whole team did.
Do you understand that somebody like Tank Dell 1 week is not going to be the focus on offense, and they still can go out there?
I'm just saying. I'm saying if they used Tank Dell, they could have closed the game out easier.
Yeah.
29-27. It was a super close game.
It was, but you know what?
But
Let's
overall,
not,
like I said, my prediction was right. Texas was gonna win.
But let's not take. But you know what though? I thought the Texas played good, and I'm not going to take credit away from the Colts because the Colts played really good as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to take no credit away from them.
Anthony Richardson coming off of an injury like
off
that.
an injury like that, he played like
Yeah.
the number 4 overall pick. What you expect your quarterback to be, especially in this day and age in the league.
Yeah.
He played really good. The Colts might be a lot better.
The
Colts might be a lot better than we're going to give them credit for.
That wide receiver is really good. Alex Pierce.
Alex Pierce.
Yeah, but they still
They got
also
Michael
have-
Pittman Jr. as well.
Michael Pittman
Let
Jr.
me tell you
good
something.
weapons. And then Jonathan Taylor, I don't know. He's been.
I think a lot of people didn't pick the Colts outright because people didn't know what to expect from Anthony Richardson.
because he hasn't had.
Hasn't played. If you're gonna
got
get
But either way,
If you're going to get this level or this version of Anthony Richardson week in and week out, the Colts are going to be a lot better than what teams are going to.
They might be a problem.
They're going to be a
I'll
problem.
say it's the same thing as the Ravens.
Right.
It was a loss, but it wasn't a bad loss.
And
for
I'm,
the Colts.
and I'm not saying that they're going to win a lot of games, the Colts, but you're not going to go and just have the Colts on the schedule and think that's going to be an easy win. You know what I mean? So I was impressed more with them than with the Texans. The Texans are going to do this to a lot of teams.
Right.
They're going to score points on a lot of teams.
We gotta move a little
Yeah,
quicker.
move.
So Cardinals and Bills. That was
a
shocked.
dog fight.
It was a dog fight.
Cardinals
sold.
Cardinals are a one-half team. They have been for years.
They sold.
Yeah, they had that game won. But the thing is, like, Kyler Murray did his thing. And you got to look at the Cardinals from last year and the year before. They were trash.
Yeah.
Now they're just competing with the Bills.
Injuries and.
And the only problem is that they would have won that game if they utilized Marvin Harrison Jr.
Listen, the Cardinals, like the Giants, I'm gonna say the same thing with the Cardinals. They have the same problem year in and year out. Like I said, they're a one-half football team.
Yeah.
They will look great in either half, and then you look up and you'll be like,
But
"What the hell happened?"
Josh Allen carried that team on his back. 2 rushing touchdowns, throwing that ball to rookie receivers.
To
and
rookie
shit.
receivers to get Josh Allen. I'm telling you, the Bills.
My question, real quick. Quick take.
Yeah.
Do you think Josh Allen can sustain this all season?
Yes.
All season.
Yes, because
I agree with Dice.
Yeah,
It's tough.
he can
2 rushing touchdowns doing that every game.
All right, so here's the thing. Josh Allen, for years, his legs has always been a problem. He can run that football. Now, the threat of him running the football is going to allow other teams to focus on having him run the football and get those receivers open. And what they got to do is make plays like they did against the Bills.
I'm not saying Josh
Like they against the
Allen's
Cardinals,
like Will
excuse me.
Levis that just takes a hit. But if he gets hit all the time by
It's
somebody,
gonna- it's gonna-
It takes
yes.
a toll on your body, bro.
It takes a
Yeah.
toll on your body. It
TJ
does.
Watt hits him.
It
He
does.
try to carry the team. Josh
does.
Allen's rolling over.
But let me tell you something. There was times when they could have hit him, and if Josh Allen wasn't as athletic as a quarterback, they would have had a lot of sacks in that game, the Cardinals.
Yeah, but I'm saying him doing these amazing Josh Allen plays that he does, jumping over a
only
defender to
gonna
score the
last so long.
touchdown.
But you know,
So
no,
he's
and-
gonna get hurt.
No, and he can get hurt. But I
That's
get
what I'm saying.
But I get what you're doing. He does that when it's at the goal line or his team needs a
Yeah.
touchdown. I've seen other plays when he's running, he'll either run out of bounds or he'll take the slide,
Yeah.
which is smart of him.
Or sometimes he'll put his body on the line. It's like, bro,
But the
relax.
that bravado.
like I said,
Yeah,
my
he shouldn't do
my
that,
question
though.
was, can he sustain it all season? That's the hard part. Him doing all that shit, running through people, 2 rushing touchdowns, jumping over a defender.
As long as he's not putting, as long as he doesn't get the stupid Josh Allen bravado mentality and try to start running people over, that part of the game, I think he can sustain this play the whole entire season. The way you guys are describing as far as with the 2 touchdowns, when he's just putting his body on the line and hurling over people, he'll get hurt doing that.
That's what I'm saying.
He'll get hurt doing that. If
That's against the Cardinals.
I think
right.
it's temporary.
and he can do that against the Cardinals.
That's not against
But at the end of the day, also,
A good defense is gonna really
hurt him. But any defense could hurt him. He can hit the wrong way. But as far as they're going to need to score touchdowns, and he's going to have a large part of them scoring some touchdowns for them to be competitive. So I'm not going to say Josh Allen can't do that, but I think he can.
So Bills win over the Cardinals, 34-28.
Good game, by the way. That was a good game.
Dice, this is you. Titans versus Bears. Let's see your take.
Caleb Williams looked like shit. I don't give a fuck what you say. If you watched the he did nothing. It was special teams and defense for them the whole fucking time when they came back. Caleb Williams, his stats were fucking horrendous.
He didn't even get 100 yards passing.
Horrendous.
And I think he was like 35%
technically,
completion percentage.
I think he only had like 70-some yards because you have to take away his rushing yards because he had negative yardage.
No, he had like 92 passing.
Yeah, he had 92, but he had like negative 20-some on fucking foot because he was running backwards.
He got sacked.
He was running backwards. So if you want to count that in, bro, he only did like 70, 80 yards.
Justin Fields would have
As
given
a first-round pick.
Bears. Would Justin Fields have done that?
Y'all fumbled.
You fumbled. You see, all right.
But they won.
They won.
That's the problem.
All right, they won, but he didn't win. I don't give a fuck. He's fucking trash.
Here's what we're gonna say. We were right.
Daniel Jones played better than Caleb Williams.
Yes,
That's what I'm gonna say.
Caleb Williams is a rookie. Daniel Jones is in his 6th year. The bar is not set high. Sorry.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
but he's a first-round fucking pick. He's supposed to be up there, no?
Caleb Williams.
The guy comes into the first game painting his nails. Calm down, buddy.
Listen.
No,
he
does that every game.
I get that. Caleb Williams is a rookie. You're telling me Daniel Jones played better than a rookie?
He did.
Daniel Jones did not.
He did.
Statistically,
He did.
Statistically. And that's the bar for Daniel Jones as a 6-year quarterback, is that he played better than a rookie quarterback?
I'm not giving him credit.
We're not
I'm
talking about Daniel
I'm
Jones.
telling
We're
you,
talking about
Caleb Williams.
Now,
that Daniel Jones wasn't the worst quarterback this week.
No, Caleb Williams, but he's a rookie.
Sure.
So that could be, you can put that under the umbrella of he's a rookie. You can put that under the umbrella he hasn't seen NFL defenses.
No.
It was some dumb stuff going on, but guess what?
Tennessee lost this game.
Tennessee lost this game.
Will Levis tried to do
beat
too much at the end.
Tennessee
and threw a
beat
pick
themselves.
six.
they beat themselves.
A fumble
And
at the end.
what we said about the Tennessee Titans going in the last episode rings true.
We didn't know about the QB.
We didn't know about the QB.
Also, their defense held out.
Right.
Caleb Williams.
Let me tell you, why was Caleb Williams 35% passing? L'Jarius Sneed and Cheeto Uzie all playing cornerback. Their receivers did nothing.
And you have this
They
man
did nothing.
running for his fucking life.
They did nothing.
He ran 20 yards back to the other fucking end zone. That's how scared he was.
Like, it wasn't that Caleb Williams, he was doing dumb stuff, but as far as him,
He couldn't throw it.
He couldn't throw it.
But he did overthrow a couple people.
No, it wasn't a couple. It was every fucking pass
Yeah.
that could have been almost a touch. Bro, he overthrew.
But
like, dumb.
But shout out to Cheetah and L'Jarius. That's
Yeah.
that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, because Titans defense did what they had to.
They
at that
locked
point.
them up. The Bears won this game on special teams and defense.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the only reason.
And what we said about
And I don't think they can sustain that all season.
and I don't know. They absolutely will not sustain that all
the
season.
Bears ain't like that.
The Titans on defense, they will sustain that
Yeah.
all season. And I think Will Levis will clean that up.
Yep.
Because I think they're going to show him, bro, stop forcing this. You
Yep.
don't have to force
They
this.
would've won
You
the game
don't
if he
have
didn't
to
do that
force
dumb
that.
shit.
if he fucking took a knee, they would
You
have
took
won.
it again. You
Just throw the shit out of bounds.
You don't have to force these things.
Yeah.
But again, that's him being a second-year quarterback, learning. He didn't play a full season last year. So,
But he still tries to take a hit, and that's the problem with Will Levis too.
yeah.
He got rocked a couple times.
yeah.
He got up
He
nothing.
did. And that's that bravado thing, but he's young. They're going to, like we said the Titans are only going to go as far as Will Levis is going to take them.
We do need to touch on the next game.
Yeah.
Jaguars and the Dolphins. This was kind of a messed up game. That's why I'm
Jags
glad.
were up by dumb in the
No,
beginning.
I'm just saying in the beginning, what they did to Tyreek was messed up. The cops and everything
that was
outside
wild.
the stadium.
That was wild.
And they got y'all. But I love how he trolled the situation after he scored another 80-yard touchdown.
And
You know what I'm saying?
Jalen Waddle did.
That was a nice
He
celebration.
put his hands in. I honestly thought, I said that shit would have been tough if the Dolphins would have came out to T Grizzlies first day out.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been so tough, bro. That really would have trolled the situation. But on a more serious note,
Tyreek did his thing.
he did his thing.
Always.
The cops,
Tua did his thing too.
they got y'all. Y'all on camera. Everything.
That was
Yep.
wild. That
That was
kinda
so
crazy.
unnecessary.
That's-
Only because I get that he was like, did you see the whole thing? Like he was all being all like, yo,
He
just
was
give me-
being cocky.
He was like, just give me my ticket or
ticket,
whatever.
whatever.
And the guy, he
Power tripping.
He was on a power trip.
But at the end of the day, like he's at the stadium. You should be like, yo, Tyreek, relax.
Relax,
I know who you
chill.
are.
I
Let's
know
get
who
this
you
done."
are. Listen, you broke a
you
law.
go.
If here's a ticket, do
Yeah.
your thing. You know better than this.
Yeah,
They were
come
just
on. Don't make
power
it bigger than
tripping.
what
Don't make
is.
it bigger than what it is.
But
Like
both of them was crazy.
right,
for no
like
reason.
Tyreek, you speeding. You know you're not supposed to be speeding. Here's your ticket. I got a job to do. No problem. There wouldn't have been no blame for the
Yeah.
cop. Tyreek Hill was ready to accept his ticket. Now all that extra stuff, it didn't have to happen.
Both
They were
both
all
parties.
power tripping. All
They-
those cops that
Yeah.
were
All of them was power tripping. You're on camera. You got an NFL play. You got the probably one.
He did not like he
Had
should
him-
be treated as a fucking mayor in
And-
Miami. You know what I mean?
and
I feel like, yo,
they
we're at
found
this
out,
DNC. Like, come on, man. You know better, Tyreek. Do better. Let's
he
go.
got detained, went in, and he was ready for the game and caught an 80-yard touchdown bomb as
Yep.
usual, doing Tyreek Hill things. Troll the police, and this is this. Oh, those police. Oh boy.
All right, let's move forward.
Yeah.
Broncos and Seahawks. I didn't really see this game. I didn't see how Bo
It
Nix
was
did.
honestly, Bo Nix didn't play bad from what I saw. Geno Smith, his legs were moving.
Yeah.
He was cooking.
Bo Nix, 26 for 42, 132 yards, 2 picks. That's the problem.
That the picks were the problem, but his passing, like he was on point for the most part.
Bo
for
Nix
his
had a rushing
passing.
touchdown?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, it
I only
says he had a rushing
saw
touchdown.
some of the highlights from what I saw. Bo Nix,
Gino had one passing and one intel too.
I think he had good rushing yards.
And he had a rushing touchdown, Gino.
Yeah, Gino, he
was
didn't
doing his
play.
thing.
He didn't play bad. I didn't really watch the game, so I don't really have a whole
Yeah.
take on it. But I didn't think Bo Nix was terrible that game. I mean, yeah, he had interceptions, but
True.
he is
For Denver, the struggle is going to be real this year. They got to incorporate a rookie quarterback.
But he's not a bad.
He's not bad,
game.
and if they could build around that, but they're going to have some tough times this year.
got to clean up those INTs.
The
real
INT's
quick.
got to clean that up, but Denver has a good enough defense where it'll be able to keep them in games, at least for the most part.
This game I didn't see the next game, but I'm surprised that they lost. Raiders versus the Chargers, and that's crazy to me. Raiders
I
lost
didn't-
10 to
like
22.
I even said before the cast, I didn't really watch it.
You know who's coaching that Chargers team?
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah,
You know, a Jim
But the
Harbaugh
Chargers,
team-
the Chargers scrapped. Everybody
they scrapped
Keenan
besides.
But you
Allen,
know-
Austin
but-
Eckler.
but
They lost all their
Let me ask
wide
you-
receivers and running backs.
But they lost everybody. But I also know that everywhere that Jim Harbaugh has coached the last 15 years or so, they have all won.
well, when he
What-
went
what-
back to college, yeah, he
They
crushed
all
it.
won. Remember when he first
I
got to
know-
the
I know where the
49ers and they
Chargers
didn't have
were.
nobody, but they were always in NFC Championship games?
Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh is a good coach, and you know his teams are going to play hard and they're going to play
Oh
smart.
my god!
'Cause they have respect for him.
Do you know why they won?
Please tell me.
What's the defense?
Rushing. J.K. Dobbins had 10 carries for 135 yards. He averaged 13.5 yards a carry.
10 for 135 is
Do you
wild.
understand? But everywhere
That's
Jim,
why they won.
But
the
every-
Raiders couldn't stop the run.
Right, because they don't have no receivers. They're not going to put Justin Herbert out there throwing
Yeah.
30 times. You know Jim Harbaugh is going to be able to run the football. He's done it.
We did say
everywhere
that
he
last
wants.
week because
Yeah.
Gus Edwards was back
Yeah.
there too, and he had like 50
Yeah,
yards.
Jim Harbaugh is like right now we can do
26.
we could do right now with 4th and 5th string receivers starting. We're going to be focusing on running the ball and keeping not exposing our offense like that. Good job on them, and obviously they play good defense.
Passing wasn't too bad for Gardner Minshew.
Yeah,
But
he
they just
was
couldn't.
throwing. They
It just
couldn't
looked like they couldn't.
They just couldn't
finish
the
pause.
yeah. They couldn't you know. And I'm sure they probably had some turnovers that didn't help in the direction either. But if the Chargers were running the football, that means they controlled the clock, which means the Chargers probably had the ball a lot.
What's next?
Cowboys and Browns. Cowboys smoked the Browns.
Cowboys made the Browns look like the worst fucking defense in the
I
league.
mean, Dak just signed for $60 million a year.
60,
He went out there. He had to show out regular season. Dak.
Yeah, but it's
yeah,
against
he was
the
throwing
Browns.
that thing,
It's
though.
against the Browns defense that is the number one defense. They look so bad. They got
CD
walked
looked
over.
good.
They
CD
got
looked
walked
great.
on. Yes.
CD Lamb
Even
was cooking
Ezekiel
them.
Elliott looked good. They got walked on. That defense, I'm sorry, did not show up. It really did not.
There's another team who you know they did not play.
The defense
because-
didn't do as bad as you think. The problem was the Browns is Deshaun didn't do
Deshaun
shit.
Deshaun
is
looked so bad.
wow. You know
He did so bad they gave another allegation.
Yeah, he just.
Damn, you look terrible. Hey, matter of fact, here's this.
Hey, by the way, you just came off of one of the worst games of the season. And by the way, here's a subpoena. Thank you for the research. He got another sexual assault allegation.
Bro, what's wrong with you, bro?
No. We
Just
got
stop talking to people.
We got it. Yeah. At this point, you just need to have like
Just stay in your bubble.
stay in your bubble. You should have somebody who should be your speaker at all times.
Go to practice.
Go to practice. Go
to
home.
Games, that's it.
And
Nothing
somebody
else.
should be speaking for you.
He has like a girlfriend, fiance too.
Which is why this is crazy, and I don't know where this is
I think
coming
she's
from.
like a model too.
How long ago did this happen?
There's allegations for 2020 though. When he was in Houston, so like it's just
All the allegations were from 2020
Yeah.
when he was
so
in
this
Houston.
one they just added another
So they just added another one. These
But
are
he-
Man, at this
Overall-
point, I'm gonna say he did something to me too.
Hey, yo.
Shit, like what the fuck?
But overall, he played like shit, and that's the problem with the Browns. If they can't clean up Deshaun, their defense can only sustain so much. Their defense is not up to par to
and
Pittsburgh's.
on offense, they're loaded, man. They've got some.
Jerry
good,
Jeudy looked good.
They've got good offensive
I
weapons.
said he's trash, but he looked good.
You're gonna look good when you got Amari Cooper, as that they got to focus on.
Yeah, he
And
did.
you got David Njoku. I mean, and when they get
They
Nick
were
Chubb
running
back,
off of somebody else too. They were running off of another tight end.
yeah.
They like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have
But
weapons.
when Nick
But
Chubb
Sean
gets,
needs to
when
throw
Chubb
it.
comes
when they
back.
come back, they're gonna be a complete team, and you think the quarterback can do something. He's got to fix this.
He does.
He's got to fix this. You know, either
Sean needs to step up or step
or they got to
Or
find.
they got to put Jameis Winston in.
They did say Jameis Winston might replace Deshaun soon.
He
if he
might.
keeps playing.
He should.
because
he's
they're not
playing
gonna.
like shit.
Because I'm gonna tell you, Deshaun Watson literally has a. He's one of those guys that have another. He has a 2 to 3 game leash, and if he does this,
You get 4
2 or 3
games
games,
max.
you get 4 games. Okay, Jameis Winston.
I hope he was smart and just saved his money because
Right.
they paid him.
Because we can't lose this season behind you're not being able to play football correctly. Like, we'll put Jameis Winston in there. We'll deal with the 30 turnovers as long as he's going to give us 30 touchdowns as well. So,
All right, next game. Commanders and Bucks.
Yo, did you see the Commanders? They didn't play that bad.
they didn't.
They
That
didn't.
quarterback was not
Jaden-
bad.
Jaden Daniels is
Daniels played
Yeah,
good.
they didn't play bad. It's the defense
Their
that Baker
defense,
took complete
Baker,
advantage.
it's just, he absolutely scorched that defense.
Jaden Daniels had 2 rushing
He
touchdowns.
looks good.
He looks good. You know,
2 rushing touchdowns here.
the problem with the
184 yards for your first game too.
and no,
17 for 24 is not bad.
it's not. Here's the problem:
good.
the Commanders. Jaden Daniels is the offense. Outside of Austin Eckler, Jaden Daniels is the offense.
Yeah.
What did Eckler have? I don't think he.
No,
really
he
did
had
that
10
much.
yards.
Yeah.
The other one, Robinson did better.
Yeah, you know, Antonio
Also,
Robinson.
Eckler, he had receiving yards, 52, the highest.
yeah, and no, but that's what I'm saying. Jaden Daniels is going to be the only real weapon
He's
on
good,
that
but
until they.
Baker took full advantage of it. He even
Oh,
said
yeah.
it. He was trolling, and he was just like, "You want a single man coverage, Mike Evans, 2 touchdowns," and he gave Mike Evans 2
As we said,
touchdowns.
They know better, and they should know better.
Yeah.
The first thing you stop when you face the Buccaneers, Mike Evans.
Yep.
Mike Evans, and Mike
And
Evans
he
is
said it. He was like, "They gotta put one
Well,
man."
we're gonna-
He's getting that. He just
6'5". I'm throwing that up, fam. He's gonna get. He's gonna
he
get
did.
most of those.
And I think
and
they
he did.
said. I think
he
they
had
said.
2 touchdowns for 60 yards.
Who? Mike Evans.
Yeah.
That's all he needs.
Yeah.
Let me. Baker, calm down. Stop trolling. You just calm down, Baker. You just was scrapping around looking for a home. Don't. Your cockiness was a lot of the
That boy
problem
has
too.
4 touchdown passes first game. Damn.
The Commanders' defense is that bad.
Yeah. He just fully took advantage of the
They
defense.
capitalized big time.
Big.
And then
So
last
that's
game,
what, no, 2 games. Well, Rams versus the Lions. 20-26 Lions.
I didn't
won.
really watch that, but I know it went to overtime and Lions won.
Yeah. I mean, it was a slow game. It was nothing crazy.
really watch it,
Laporta didn't do what he fucking does, and that's sad because he was on my fantasy.
I know Puka Nacua, he's got a
He got injured.
PCL sprain, so he's out for at least 4 games.
I don't know.
I don't really have a take on that game. I didn't watch it. So
I don't know.
Last game of the week is Jets and the Niners.
Aaron Rodgers played like shit.
Um,
He even said it himself.
He didn't play well.
It's the rust.
Um,
It's the rust.
You
he
could
didn't
say
play
he
horribly,
didn't-
but you could tell.
You
like,
could
he
tell
was the-
none of the Jets really played. That's one of those teams that the rust took. And by the way, that defense, who I have high expectations for, the 49ers did not have their best player. And the 49ers went out there and put up a clinic.
You didn't
on
have
them.
CMC, and they still
And
got
went out there
absolutely
and
fucking
put
rolled.
up a clinic.
That the backup did really good. Was it Madison? Or was it
Yeah,
Madison?
yeah.
He did 147 yards
yeah,
on
Mason.
28 carries, though. It's a lot of carries, but 147 yards is fucking wild.
and a touchdown. And Debo had a rushing touchdown.
The Jets defense got to get that together. The 49ers on offense can just
Look at all
beat
the
you in so
defenses.
many ways.
Look at all the good.
That was
defenses
the
looked
problem,
like
though. They
shit
had
this
so
past
many
week.
weapons, and like
they could
in
do
the
so many
first
ways.
quarter, I saw the first quarter of it, and then my stream messed up because I was at work. But Sauce was shutting down Brandon Ayuk, Debo. He was doing what he does, but there's too much.
You can't
Too
cover
much.
everybody.
You can't cover
Sauce
Kittles. You can't.
Sauce can't cover everybody.
And if you have a good backup running back like that, dude put up 147 yards on that defense.
Yeah.
Imagine what he's gonna do to other defense. Excuse me.
Wait till they get CMC back.
What's the take on that? Because apparently
man.
he might be missing.
Yeah, and
Couple
this
more
fucking
games.
guy
Does-
just talking about,
and
you
the
want
40
you can't get CMC. Bro, he's not playing.
And
he's not doing that for
the
you.
49ers are going to be just fine.
I mean, they fucking proved it.
They're going to
Yeah.
be just fine.
They have so
That
many
backup
weapons. It's
They
crazy.
have so many weapons.
Brandon Ayuk still doing his thing. That's why
They
they
have so
paid
many
him.
weapons. Like, the running back is going to get 147 yards rushing because we still got to worry about Debo. We still got to worry about Ayuk. We still got to worry about Kittle.
Yeah.
Even Brock Purdy, when a play breaks down, can make plays with
Yeah.
his legs.
You think he almost have 300 yards?
We can still.
Passing.
The 49ers are, they're, I don't know.
They're a problem.
They got to win a
way.
Super Bowl. That's all I got to say.
It was tough.
All right.
This season's tough.
If
All
not,
right.
they're gonna turn into the Bills soon.
Yeah.
All right, now we got the predictions for next week. Where we at?
We're at an hour, so let's just roll
All
them
right,
off
let's
quick.
roll.
run
right through
through.
them. Let's run
Bills
through 'em.
versus Dolphins. Who you got?
Dolphins.
Damn. Yeah, I'm going Dolphins.
Yeah, I'll take Dolphins. 49ers versus Vikings.
49ers.
Niners. I'll take Niners too. We'll put a parlay in them.
Niners,
Seahawks versus Patriots.
They're not facing Daniel Jones this week.
Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Now I'll take it Patriots because of what they did to me. So let's see what happens.
All right.
Giants versus Commanders.
Giants.
Honestly?
Giants only because they own the Commanders.
I'm going with Commanders. If Jaden Daniels did what he did to
I was gonna say the same
the Bucks, if he's gonna do that to y'all,
because Giants game wasn't that high score, was it?
Let me
Oh, no, it
explain
was,
something to you.
28-10.
The only reason I'm picking the Giants is because they own the Commanders. The Commanders actually have to beat the Giants for me to actually feel a certain way. I think the Giants have beaten them 8 or 9 in a row. But
This is a
if
difficult
Daniel Jones cannot take advantage of that that Commanders defense,
Like
You're
Baker
chalked.
did.
You're
like Baker,
fucking
I'm
chalk.
done. I'm already. I'm coming back here on the next episode, and
You're
it's
on
gonna.
the ledge. You
it-
jumping?
It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly.
I'm gonna take Commanders.
It's gonna get.
I want to see this.
It's gonna get ugly.
All right, next is Chargers versus Panthers.
Chargers.
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 Taking Chargers.
I think we're picking anybody against the Panthers. I think we're
Saints versus Cowboys. I'll take it Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Because this is a big test for the Saints. Like we said, they dog walked the Panthers.
And
but
obviously,
this is different.
And obviously, the Cowboys
Where's
defense
it
is
at?
still good. It's in Dallas.
It's in Dallas.
yeah, I feel
I'm
like
taking
I
the
have to go-
Cowboys.
I have to go Cowboys.
Yeah.
AT&T Center. All right, Colts versus Packers. This is gonna be a good game, but I'm gonna take Colts because Jordan Love is out.
Yeah. Yes. And the Packers' run defense still is bad. I'm taking the Colts. And it won't be an upset either if they win.
Browns versus Jaguars. I'm taking Jags,
Honestly,
especially with the performance of last week we saw with
Boy.
Deshaun.
see, I don't know, because Trevor Lawrence kind of played mid, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But him playing mid is gonna be okay.
No,
And the way that Deshaun played, I'm gonna have to go with Jags. If Deshaun plays like that again,
I'm gonna take the Browns because Trevor Lawrence does have a propensity to turn the football over too, and
The defense is good. But
I'm gonna take the Browns. I'm gonna
taking
take the Browns
Jags.
in
I'm
this
going
one.
Jags only because Deshaun played like shit, and that's it.
And the
Chubb
Browns-
is out, so
Yeah.
you can't even.
yeah, I'm taking Jags.
I'm gonna take
Yeah.
the Browns.
All right,
and
I'm not mad about that.
Jets versus Titans. I'm taking Titans.
Titans.
They're gonna clean it up.
Oh, that's gonna go. That's gonna be
Titans,
a good game.
because they honestly didn't play bad until the very, very end when he did dumb shit.
I'm
go
actually
Titans.
gonna take the Jets. I'm gonna take the Jets. I'm gonna take the Jets.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Titans. They just need to clean it
Yeah,
up
I'm going with Titans.
because of. No, I won't get into it. I was gonna say he might throw a pick.
Yeah,
A. Rodgers might throw a pick.
I'll take it. I'll take the Jets still. I'll still take the Jets.
Bucks versus Lions. This is gonna be a good game.
I'm taking the Lions are where is it at? I'm taking the Lions either way.
It's in Detroit.
It doesn't
I'm gonna
matter.
go with Bucks.
Either way, I'm taking the Lions.
I'm gonna go off a whole different limb. I'm just gonna go with Bucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Lions.
I'm gonna take Lions. Raiders versus Ravens. I'm gonna say Ravens is not even gonna be fair because they're mad they lost.
I'm gonna have to go with Ravens.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a pissed off Ravens team.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
taking the
exactly
Ravens.
what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah,
That's why I'm picking it.
yeah.
Rams versus Cardinals. This is gonna be a good game. I'm
way
gonna
that-
say the Cardinals.
I might go with Cardinals again.
I think they're gonna clean it up and finish because they could have beat the Bills. They just couldn't finish.
No Puka Nacua, so now you only really got Cooper Kupp and
But the Cardinals don't have a good defense.
Rams,
like that.
and I'm taking the Rams, and the Cardinals will, like I said, they give me a full 4 quarters of consistent football, and maybe I could start leaning towards their way a little bit. But every year,
We'll go Cardinals.
every year since Kyler Murray has been their quarterback, they are a one-half team.
I'll take Cardinals.
I'm taking the Rams.
All right, Bengals versus Chiefs.
I'm taking the
last.
Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs.
I ain't mad at the way we're slow starts.
If y'all play how you played last week, you're gonna get violated by the Chiefs.
Violating is crazy.
I mean, let's just be real. You guys
We
got
lost by
violated by
two
one
field
person.
goals.
You lost. You got violated by one dude basically on that team. I'm gonna go with Chiefs. I have to.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
Sure, I ain't mad at y'all.
Is it Cincy or Arrowhead?
It's in Barrowhead.
Stop calling it bro. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Chiefs.
I'll go with the Bengals because, like I said, this is gonna. Yeah, last week was a wake up call. We do start slow, but bro, you need to wake the fuck up.
That
And
was
this is
bad
gonna be
slow.
the game to do it. This will set the tone and the mark. And if we could do it, then that's exactly what we're gonna do. And I'm taking my Bengals
Okay.
because if not, then we tie the series.
Okay. I mean, all right.
Steelers and Broncos.
Steelers.
Yeah,
Steelers.
that defense is
That
way too
defense
tough.
is T.J. Watt is
But
going to give
The Broncos defense is good too. You
Yeah.
think you think George Pickens is catching those
No,
passes
no,
on passer
I'll
too?
tell you- which is why
You
I
think he's gonna catch
no, which is why
The run game's gonna be good.
which is why I think the game is going to be closer than what people might think, but ultimately Bo
Our
Nix
defense wins
Bo
us
Nix
games.
against that defense. Yeah, I'm taking the Steelers.
Yeah, but
think Bo
Justin
Nix is-
Fields throwing that long ball, he's gonna get picked by
I
Pat Surtain.
think Bo Nix, he's gonna get so fucking nervous he might just absolutely fumble under pressure. He has 2 INTs versus Seattle.
Yeah.
Imagine what it's gonna be like versus us.
Yeah.
That's just all I'm saying.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Steelers. Obviously.
Bears versus Texas. I'm taking Texas,
Texans.
and it's not gonna be
Texas
fair.
and it won't be fair.
Caleb Williams, I hope you get fucking violated. I'm praying on your downfall,
Jesus.
Respectfully,
Texas.
he's keeping that same energy, and I respect it.
Even if you do good, I'm still saying you suck.
I respect the energy. Keep that same energy. I respect
Cocky
it.
as fucking rookie. Didn't even want to compete in the fucking combine. Shut up.
Falcons and Eagles.
I feel like Eagles. I mean, Falcons. If they played like how they did against us, it's just gonna be the same way. The Falcons.
No, you guys have a way
better defense than
Way
the
better
Eagles does. And this is why I'm thinking, because Kirk Cousins
He's gonna throw that fucking,
fucking
ball.
ball, and the Eagles are not going to be able to
He
stop
might
it.
come. Yeah.
I think Kyle Pitts might have a major game.
The Eagles are not going to be able to stop it.
I'm gonna just go Eagles.
Oh, God.
I don't want to, but
I'm gonna go with Eagles because of Saquon.
because of Saquon. I'm
but
doing it 'cause
Kirk
of
Cousins
Saquon.
gonna throw it.
And AJ Brown, you can't. And Devontae
But
Smith,
so
you can't count
yeah,
them
I'm
out.
gonna pick Eagles, but the Falcons. Kirk Cousins is gonna throw the ball, but I think Kirk Cousins will have 500 yards and still lose a game.
I also see the same thing. I want to say, shit. All right, I got to wait for Kirk. I'm going to take the Eagles in this game. Damn it. Damn
You
it.
did not want to say that.
I don't want to say it because I have a lot of reasons for them to lose. Because I think Kirk Cousins with that Falcons, the caliber of defense goes from here this week to down here. The Eagles defense is not good. They are not good. They are not good.
But can the Falcons defense hold Saquon and the Eagles offense?
And
down?
AJ
This
Brown,
is not going to
Devontae
be.
Smith.
This is not going to be. Can they hold them? It's going to be who's going to outscore who,
Yeah.
and that's going to be Eagle games all year.
That is whoever can outscore.
Whoever can
they have
outscore
way
them.
Better weapons.
You know, and Kirk Cousins has weapons. I just damn it, Kirk, damn it.
Yeah, I gotta start Kyle
Kirk Cousins
Pitts.
can't run.
God
Kirk
damn it.
Cousins cannot run.
Run
That's
and
the issue.
God damn it.
But
damn it.
Bijan
Not
played
good.
really
Take it.
well against us. I'm going Eagles.
I gotta take.
take
I
Eagles,
gotta
too.
take the Eagles.
All right, close this out, Shamar.
All right, y'all. Good week 1. We're hoping for a better week 2. Thank y'all for joining.
Definitely hoping for better
Better
week
week
two.
2. Thank y'all for joining us on this episode. Again, you can follow us on YouTube at Triple Threat Sportscast. Hit that red subscribe button. Click that yellow notification bell. Get all the uploads. You can follow us on IG at Triple Threat Sportscast. You can follow us here on IG, me as Shamar for President.
It's your boy Dyson.
Excellence of execution. One.
You can follow us.
Don't cut me off.
Shout out. By the way, you can follow us on TikTok at Triple Threat Sportscast before they ban it.
Every single time.
It's not getting banned.
All right.
You know,
See you guys next
see you
week.
guys next week.
Yeah, later.
Peace.